Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lily, and in this insightful guidance video, I'm going to be talking about Mercury in retrograde now that it is direct. It's stationed direct on the 11th or 12th. We had a 3-week period of a lot of things on the shadow side revealed to us, where we had an opportunity to see what we needed to see. So now we're in the last 2 weeks of August, moving forward in the post-shadow period. So things are still getting wrapped up. So this is an opportunity to wrap up loose ends. You know, if you started, let's say, I'm doing the air element in this video, which is my Gemini, Libras, and Aquarians. See what Mercury in retrograde, your ruling planet Gemini is Mercury. It's all about communication for my air signs, and I believe you've gotten a lot of clarity about the groups you're in, people, if there were some misunderstandings, a lot of overthinking. The overthinking definitely had my air signs feeling more scattered, even though they felt like they were in more control, or had a better idea of where they were going, the direction. But it truly was a time for my air signs to tap into more self-questioning. I got Mercury in retrograde definitely is that time period in which you review, renew, regroup, re-edit all the things, right? Everything. So this is now, you've learned a lot. There was a lot of miscommunications, a lot of overthinking, and it left you feeling a little bit scattered. Even with the organization, some things and what other people revealed to you made you question it just when you felt like you landed. Then all of a sudden somebody did something or said something to you, and you were just like, huh? I gotta rethink this all over again. How did that happen? So let's dive into how practicing more mindfulness in communicating is going to help with these last 2 weeks of the month. Let's see. My air signs are my Geminis, my Libras, and my Aquarians. Oh. Time to breathe out. So yeah, just a little overthinking so much that you just was maybe hyperventilated at some point, or maybe you were just talking too much or talking too fast, and somebody said, what the hell, like, why are you talking so fast? Calm down. I don't want it to be specific. This is a collective energy, but I feel like the opportunities in which you had to tell a group of people something was said too fast, and I don't know that the message landed. And that's not the worst thing in the world, but let's see. Emotions are running high. Confidence is your key to success and working through your fears. So I really feel like my air signs are in this energy of, okay, so a lot of things have been revealed, said, definitely screamed at, launched, happened, and now it's time to, if you put your foot in your mouth, time to take it out, type of thing. Or if you said too much, time to, you're still in a really nice grace period to redefine your message, or get more experience, so that by the time the end of the month hits, it's a lot more smoother. All the things that you were overthinking becomes the confidence you needed, the clarity that you needed to now like take off. Now, you know, especially now that it's going direct and all other planets are favorable until we get those eclipses. You know, that's a whole nother astrological video for the September eclipses. But for now, these last 2 weeks, you know, take your time. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time. Patience. Patience and planning. Shadow. You definitely hit some, ooh, oh, nice, moments where when you went to the shadow side, you got a lot of answers. A lot of people don't want to do the shadow work, and I give it to those who do. Like, it is not easy work. A lot of people would like to stay in their delusional world and act as if they are just fine the way that they are. They have nothing to do for themselves. There's no inner healing work. No, like, you'd be amazed how many people walk this planet acting as if they got their shit all together. And everybody owes them an apology. I'm talking to air signs who have done the shadow work. They went in. They were like, what do I have to do? What's the assignment? I'm in. I'm meeting my light, meeting my dark. Let's do it. Let's do it right now. I want this done. I'm ready for the answers. I like answers because I'm going to take notes. And this shit's never going to happen to me again. Not this lesson. This is done. I'm done with this part of my life. Like, no going back. And what happens is when you have the patience, you get the recognition, you get the rewards, and you get the partnerships. Love this for my air signs. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. You have to stand your ground, though. Like, you have to keep putting the energy in it. Just now we can let go of, if the shadow side was overthinking, impulsiveness, just like, you know, feeling scattered but still going, you know, you can't do that. It's not going to work for you, and it's definitely not going to land. And if your intention is to help other people and the community, it's just going to make them feel more confused than ever. So before you just jump out there and just take a leap of faith because you're feeling courageous, or you're feeling like the Leo energy, because we're still in that Leo energy, and you're Leo, you know, us Leos are like, I'm shining all the time, please look at me. Nope. No. It's best that we take these last 2 months, or 2 weeks rather, in the month, and sit in a little bit of quiet, meditate, work through your fears, plan patience, plan and patience, plan and patience. If that's like your affirmation or your mantra, like, create some sort of energy for yourself, especially in the morning when you wake up, before you just zoom, you know, off to do a million things on 1,000. Slow down, breathe, get grounded, thank your shadow side, because it's that deep. Some of my air signs are doing some deep shadow work energy, to the point where not only are they signed up for the, you know, the assignment, they are facing it head on. That's deep shit. Not everybody can do it. I know a lot of people who don't. I'm going to continue to dive into this. Partnerships and recognition. Oh, this was here. Like this. I like this order, the way that it actually came up. Let's see. What is the recognition and rewards here, spirits? Did I pick this up? Yes, I did. Oh, you came out in your own reading. And I'm just pulling because I just got a lot of downloads. But see, I can organize my own thoughts. Stick to your paper, your assignments, your ideas. And this is the beginning. This is a student. This is someone who took classes, who's taking classes. If you're thinking of going back to school or taking a course, great idea. I think you are in this energy of whatever it takes to communicate the way that I need to address and I want to say a large number of people, a lot of family members, a lot of cousins, a lot of, neighbors, or if you are a public speaker, you're speaking to a large audience, you know, go through all the shadow work by yourself. Practice at home alone or with a bestie that can sit down and give you, someone that you trust, supports your mission, helps you translate the message better. Somebody that can help you be more grounded, because all of these ideas are amazing. There's a lot of ideas going through my air signs. There's so many possibilities now. Like, if anything, if there was a miscommunication or a communication breakdown, it then put you in a position to have to find a lot of solutions and come up with a lot of ideas, and you do. And in the interim of, you meet someone that's helping you with partnership, rewards, recognition, more eyes on you, definitely more eyes on you. Definitely speaking, with passion after some time of rest, to birth a new way of doing life. I have a very strong, and I feel it's more feminine energy, who are ready to pop off if they haven't. Let some people know some things, like they're taking off the blindfold to, sending the message. So, communicating in Mercury in retrograde is the ruling sign, or ruling planet of communication, Mercury. A lot of information came to you guys during the 3 weeks of this retrograde that cleared up a lot of miscommunication with your message, partnerships, business, family members. And then you went into overdrive thinking, because you got so much information, to the point where you felt like you had to tell some people off. And then you were just like, well, that's not going to work. And maybe you did. Maybe you did tell some people off and you realized it didn't work. And it kind of, I don't know if it backfired, but it made you have to sit down and rest before you can come back out and do, God's work. I think whatever your higher, like, this is, where is she? The Empress is, and the Empress, like the marriage cards, they are someone that's super grounded in all of the fields, mental, spiritual, physical, all the things. And she's ready to birth a world of what she thinks and knows to be true. The wisdom through pain, reading, education, and, it's not just experience, it's like expert advice, degrees. We're talking, the group of air elements here have put in a lot of schoolwork, have taken on many jobs that just made their list and on their resume even more impressive, even harder for other people to level up to. So it was hard for my air signs to communicate, because they felt like they have so much wisdom and energy and communication ways of trying to hit home with certain things to people, to help. It just was a lot, right? And now I feel like you guys are starting to incorporate slowing down, giving yourself space, especially in the morning. And I haven't said this to the other elements and videos that I did before, but also at night before you go to bed, because the thoughts can keep you going. Your body could be completely exhausted, but your mind is so active that you can't sleep. During the retrograde, you probably had a very hard time sleeping. And all those ideas needed to be grounded, and you couldn't because you worked on sleeping, not working. You know, some of you did. Some of you were just like, I'm going to get up and use this time to write, to work, to do all the things, because the one thing I'm not doing is sleeping. And then you wake up during the day and you don't feel like yourself, or you have a headache, or, you know, your energy is very low. And then whatever it is that you want to keep going with, you're depleted. You have no energy. And so then you have to take, you know, I don't know how much time off, because I got that card here, to replenish, to get back to the ways of this one. You come with all knowing, you know. My air signs, when you guys are at a place of not just logically understanding everything, because I feel like some of you are so smart, so intelligent, that your trouble is having patience for the ones around you that are not on the same speed wave. And that's the challenge for you. You know, like, oh my God, do I have to say that again? And how do I break this down in a way that's not going to be insulting? Because I have been saying this for a very long time, and now I have to be mean and sarcastic and a wise ass, and I'm not going to be nice. And maybe you let that go during the retrograde, and now you're like, damn it, I'm going to figure out how to be nice. And how to let the divine flow in. How to let the softness come in. Not so, but like knowing all the things. Yeah, that's never going to go away. You're into intelligence, and your intellect never goes away. It's always there. You are lit with it. It's innate. Other people have to do all the work to find it. Nope. You guys show up lit with information. And your 3 weeks in retrograde, and what you have to tighten up a little bit more is just having patience with everybody else who's not there. You know, I swear I heard, I wish this person would just get it. Damn it. Because things would be so much nicer. But that is the lesson. How could you be nicer with a person who doesn't get it? You love them. You care for them. Something's here that shows like, yeah. And when you get through that, when you figure it out through having patience and slowing down and resting and meditating and working through your fears and still standing in your ground, you know, you're going to have a lot of exciting, I see a lot of events, a lot of, you know, higher truths when you're out around people. I think these 2 weeks, when you go out, instead of being the star of the show and having to say all the things, connect to spirit and divine timing on when to speak, so that you get to hear, to listen, and then communicate more mindfully. It's not like, shut up, don't say anything. No. Say what you got to say, but there's a style I'm getting with and I just was going to say Libra. There's a certain style in which you're communicating that's different when you take on more of the Empress energy. I also just get dressed. Like, I'm not going to do this until I feel a certain way, so let me pick an outfit. Like, your outfit is going to... That's wild. I didn't see that one coming. Your outfit is going to dictate the energy in which you communicate. The colors that you wear, the way that it sits on your body, how it feels. If you're into lace, silk, all those things, whatever fabrics you're into is going to dictate how you show up in communication. That's what happens when I get into this. that was a message. I don't know if it was specific to a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius. It could be all of them. But if you want more information, I definitely went longer on my air signs, and I'm so sorry every other sign. I'm just picking up the last message. There was so much here because I felt the energy of overthinking and not being able to say the right shit or finding the right words. It took me a minute. It took me a minute to read, to pick up on the energies of my air signs right now. And it's definitely overthinking. The Hangman. What situation in your life right now needs to be looked at in a different perspective? So again, different perspective. What could that be? How do you protect your energy so that you're not overthinking, or you're not you're not too far into the future. You're present. You're not, what is this person doing? What do they think? How do they? No, nobody. It's out. It's done. End of story. Feel good about it. Be strong with that, and then just stay in gratitude. Find another thing, an activity to do to get your mind off of that, so that you can stay in alliance with the partnerships and the events and all the things that I see are just going to continue to happen. Like I feel like my air signs are going to be busy. I hope this helps. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment definitely if it does, and I will be doing more of these. I hope you like them. Thank you so much. Also, there is a link to buy me a coffee with this energy exchange if you found it helpful. Don't hesitate to share that energy through those apps that I have linked in the description box. Until the next one, mwah, sending you much love. Bye.